nice world, where the world is a family. So if you're going to look for support internationally and everything, Chatham House and institutions like this becomes necessary for you to explain your governance structure, if elected, how you intend to tackle the problems in order to be able to attract the necessary investments that will be required, especially in Nigeria today. People are now beginning to see that we can't continue on the trajectory where we are today, because that is what is producing poverty. That's what is producing failed educational system. That's producing failed primary health care and everything. So people are changing.
In the near future, we need the diaspora expertise in the Nigeria we're trying to create, particularly, medical doctors in the healthcare, the academics come get involved. I have said it before, those who have served out their careers, come and start a fresh one in Nigeria. Release equity from your properties, bring it to Nigeria, live like a king or a queen.
And there's so much burning desire, and there's so much that is happening back home. I just came in, I'm from Borno State. I was in the northeastern part of the country, the north central part of the country. Everybody is aware. There's so much awareness. And you see, there have never been a time like this. In the past, only about 30% of registered voters go to vote. This time around, with about over 90 million registered voters, we're looking at minimum 60 to 70% coming out to vote. The people that claim they have the structure, they have enjoyed 30% was just basically people from the rural areas that are not educated and few greedy ones. So I would say clearly that 30% of Nigerians have decided the future of over 200 million Nigerians in the last couple of years. And that is changing in this 2023 next month. That is changing. This time around, we have people, because even INEC has said it, black and white, that majority, about 60 to 70% of the registered voters are in the urban cities, Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt, in the town. And this time around, you can see all the polls, how it has favored Labour Party, Peter Obi and Dati, and it's because there's more awareness now. In the past, people have these PVCs, but it's just in their home, they don't care, but now everybody cares. And that is why I can assure you, we are training our agent across each polling unit, we are training our leaders across each ward, and on that day, we won't only come out to vote, we will stay and make sure that the vote is counted and uploaded to the Beavers INEC machine, and before we leave that place. So people are ready to have a new Nigeria. People want, enough of people, this Japa syndrome, people live in Nigeria, to Europe, to America. People need to stay back home and fix Nigeria and fix Africa. Africa is waiting for Nigeria, and Peter Obi and Dati will deliver that mandate.
The awareness is there. The willingness of the people it's amazing. So you can see how people chose to even join in online from around the world. I get a lot of people saying to me, I am in the diaspora. I do have a PVC and I'm coming right back home to vote. I have a lot of people from the north, because I've always said the situation of insecurity, of poverty, of people not getting basic education and health, doesn't know your name, your tribe, or your creed. And so you see the bad governance that we've had in the past 7 years, and when we add it cumulatively, we're talking about 23 years of bad governance. It's telling on the people and what they want.
Engaging with diaspora is much more important than even the funding. Engaging with the Nigerian diaspora is built on the fact that most of the springs of prosperity in underdeveloped countries of the 20th century came from diaspora engagement. India rising, China rising. Even Japan, post-Meiji Restoration, was a function of the Japanese diaspora in Germany significantly. And we're saying Nigeria is ready for business, and it's the diaspora that will link Nigeria onto a platform that will make it a fast-growing economy. And that's why we're engaged so passionately with the diaspora. And we think we can work out these linkages that will make, just think of when I lived in the United States about 40-something years ago, most of my colleagues who tried to get any work were taxi drivers, cab drivers. I go into Chicago now and I watch the news. I'm not sure I'm in Lagos or In Chicago, the anchor has got a Nigerian name. This is 70% of the doctors of color in the United States today are Nigerian. That diaspora can transform Nigeria, and that's why we're engaged.
The PDP and the APC, they've been around for so long. They have roots back to the 1950s, the Action Group, the NCNC, and so on and so forth. And they've been in the trenches for all that time. So they have all the structures, they have all the history, they have all the background, okay? But then there's a growing group of people, young people, who knew nothing about 1950, nothing about 1966, nothing about 1979, and they don't like the Nigeria that they see. And therefore they're looking for a way out, you know, having dealt with the two groups that seem to have driven Nigeria, and so on and so forth. The irony is that social media is everywhere. Even the women in the village have a phone and they receive things on social media. They shop on social media, and so on and so forth. But the truth of the matter is that now people are ready to try and at least say something. And there's nothing like wasting a vote. A vote is an expression of your interest and your wish and your desire. If you don't succeed, then so be it. But you have expressed yourself and you have said, this is the way I think. So neither an APC vote, nor a PDP vote, nor an SDP vote, nor a Labour vote will be wasted. I don't know why Nigerians have this notion that everyone must win. And until you vote for the party that wins, no. We want to vote for the party that we desire and have the people express themselves, so that next time we can look at the numbers, we can look at the statistics and say that at least some people said that this is what we wanted. Even in the law courts, there's always what you call an exception report or a minority report. And sometimes you find that the minority report was actually the correct report in spite of everything. So nobody's going to waste their votes, and let people stop saying that votes are wasted. It's wrong. It's unfair, and it's trying to discourage people from actually saying what they want. You are not wasting your vote. You don't need to vote for the winning party. You just need to vote for the party that you think is best for Nigeria. Or if you want, the party that you think is best for your own interest. That's politics. There's nothing wrong with defending your own interest. But express yourself.